Hello, my lovely students. I am your ninth grade teacher, Erhan Koşar. For today, we are going to study relative clauses. Who, which, that, whose, when, and also, lastly, where. If you are ready, let's start the lesson. Yes, first of all, what is a relative clause? What are all these relative clauses in English? Relative clauses are clauses starting with relative pronouns such as who, that, which, whose, when, and also when. They are used to define or identify the noun that comes before them. There are two types of relative clauses, defining relative clauses and also non-defining relative clauses. For today we'll be talking about defining relative clauses. Defining relative clauses. What are these ones? Yes. Defining relative clauses give essential information. We do not use commas between these clauses. We can use that. These are the most important information that you are supposed to know about defining relative clauses, my lovely students. Yes, let's give some examples. She bought a new car, it is very fast. We are now gonna join two sentences. She bought a new car that is very fast. Or, Tina has a bunch of flowers. His friend bought them. Tina has a bunch of flowers which his friend bought. Or, I like the woman she lives next door. I like the woman who lives next door. Let's learn these things in detail now. Now, the detail part is coming. Yes, relative pronouns. Let's see. Which? This is the dog which ate my shoes. Who? This is the girl who lives next to me. That can be replaced who or which for relative pronouns. Don't forget it for defining ones. Where? The school I study is fantastic. Where I study is fantastic. For whose? I met the man whose car is red. For when? Friday is the day when the shop is closed. These are the examples for which, who, where, that, whose, and also when. Let's start with who. Who is used to refer to people and sometimes to pet animals. For example, I met a girl, she speaks 3 languages. Now, we are gonna join 2 sentences using who as a relative pronoun. I met a girl who speaks 3 languages. Or, the man is happy, he won the lottery. The man who won the lottery is happy. Or, a woman hit me on the road. She was blind. A woman who was blind hit me on the road are the examples for who, relative pronoun. Now, which, the second one. Which is used to refer to animals and objects. As an example, let's read the examples and let's join the sentences using which relative pronoun. Tom bought a bike. His friend liked the bike. Tom bought a bike which his friend liked. Another one is the film won 2 awards. We watched it last week. The film which we watched last week won 2 awards. Or the fruit is on the table. The fruit isn't fresh. The fruit which is not fresh is on the table are the examples for which relative pronoun. The third one is that. That is used to refer to people or animals. Okay, good. But also that is used for who, and that can be also used for what? For which at the same time. Important. Instead of who or which, we can use what? We can use that. Okay? Example, they are the people Who? They are the people that want to buy our house. You can also use that here. You can also use who here, whichever you want. Okay? Here are some cells that have been affected. Here are some cells which have been affected. Okay? These are the relative pronouns. There are two alternatives that you can also use with that and also which. The other one is when. When is used to refer to time. Okay? Let's read the examples. There are times when I feel so lonely. Or when should I visit Italy? You should visit Italy in January because it is time of the year. Be careful here. It is time of the year when the flights are cheapest. When refers to what? It refers to time. Okay? And also here it refers to what? It refers to time. Be careful about here, everybody. And the next one is where. Where is used to refer to places. As an example, I live in a city. I study in the city. I live in the city where I study. Or you can also say, I live in the city that I study in. Be careful here. There's a proposition here. Or, I will call the office. My mother works there. There is important here. I will call the office where my mother works. Okay. These are the examples for what? For where relative pronoun. Whose. It is used to refer to what? Refer to possessions. Yes. As an example, the author whose book I read is going to be in my city. Or the woman whose cat. Be careful. After whose there should also be a noun. Okay? Here book is used. After whose here cat is used. The woman whose cat with me lives around the corner. Or the boy. Which boy? Whose ears are biggest in my class. These are the examples for whose are what. Relative clauses give relevant information. Do not forget this. And defining ones for people, we can use what? For people, we can use who and that. For things, we can use which and that. As you see here, that is used for people and things at the same time. You can use it. And for places, we have to use what? We have to use where. If you are mentioning about time, if something is referring to a time, you should use what? Non-relative pronoun. If there's a possession, and if you are joining two sentences, you should use what? Whose. Don't forget it. Whose, plan, plus, noun. Okay? Don't forget it. Yes. But lastly, these were the relative pronouns that we studied today. See you next lesson. Bye bye.